Hey guys, it's me, Blue Doggo, and welcome back to another Minecraft video, where today we are doing a review on the newest snapshot to come out 1.11.0.0. Now, this just added nothing really new except for one new mob, but it did add a lot of functionality to old blocks that didn't have a GUI or anything before. So, let's begin with the first block over here, the bell. It now makes a bell noise, and it's one of my new favorite blocks. Next up, the barrel can just be used to store things in. I actually don't even remember if I tackled the barrel before in the last review. I know it existed in the last review, but I don't think I even tackled it. I don't even know how to craft it. I don't know how to craft it off the top of my head, so whoops. A lot of these items I told how to craft in the last review, not the review before that one, actually. So yeah, next up is the stone cutter. The stone cutter works as the stone cutter from the original game used to work, where you'd put an item in here and you can choose one of the few stone options that are there. Just end block and end stone and stone, for example. And then I'll show you. You can take that and it makes sounds like it's cutting the stone. Don't know where the leftover stone goes, but you'll have to find out for yourself. Next up, the composter. Stuff a bunch of plant material in here, and eventually out will pop a piece of bone meal. And that's what the composter does. Next up is the smoker. It's used to cook food, I believe, faster than an actual furnace. Yes, that's a tiny bit faster than an actual furnace. And then the blast furnace is something else that is used to cook ores a little bit faster, such as gold ore and iron ore, the only two ores you would actually use on this, because who's going to cook up a diamond ore when you can use a fortune pickaxe on your diamond ore? So yeah, next up is the campfire, and I'll show you what the campfire does, but we'll have to come back to it, because what you do is you can place up to 4 of a raw food on the campfire, and it will cook there. I think the campfire also has a new design from last time as well. That looks a little different from how it used to look, I think. I actually need to grab something for later in this review that I forgot to grab before. So there we go. We have it now. I know I'm speaking way too fast, but we'll go back to this when it's done. Next up is the grindstone. Oh, look, it just finished. It popped out 4 delicious pieces of cooked chicken ready to eat. So it's basically a portable furnace that doesn't need a piece of coal, but can only cook food. So yeah. Next up is the grindstone. The grindstone is basically used to remove enchantments from items, like that, or to repair items that are damaged. Basically how a crafting table used to do, but now it really doesn't unless you choose the old style crafting. Next up, the cartography table. As far as I know, the only use of the cartography table is to multiply maps. So what you do is you place them in here, and it multiplies the maps. I'll place one in there, place an empty map on the other side, and what it does is it copies the maps, and you can rename them, I guess, if you really wanted to. You can also apparently just copy empty maps, even though it doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's the only use that I know of. But finally, the newest thing added is the Ravager, the new Illager mob, and it looks like this. That was the weirdest noise I think I've ever heard. And what it does, it destroys some blocks. It has no knockback. Well, barely any knockback. I think it eventually has knockback after you hit it like 3 times. And when it dies, it drops a saddle. As I'll show you, I think it drops it every time? Yeah, it always drops a saddle. They will spawn in villages, I'm pretty sure. I haven't found a village, so I don't know for sure. And I believe, with such a small beta, that's all the new items that have been added. Everything else new is just old stuff that existed before, but doesn't exist. Old stuff that existed before, and stuff like that. So, yeah. I don't know when anything else new is going to be added. I hope the new foxes will be added soon. Whoa, wait a minute. Because the foxes are a new addition to Minecraft 1. Oh, what's this? You can... Okay, apparently berry bushes are a thing now. Apparently they're in before foxes are. I don't know when foxes are going to be added in. But I can't wait, because that'll be fun to mess with the foxes. I've not seen anything about them, other than I know that they can steal items. And I believe that's it. I didn't know berry bushes were a thing, but apparently they are. So that's it for today's review of 1.11.0.1. Thank you guys so much for watching, and there's a random wild traveling villager. I did not spawn that in, just to show you that they can spawn just randomly in the wild. Whoa! I think the trade GUI has been updated. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.